just your standard Eaton easy pedal clutch. It's theoretically set up like pretty much all clutches on the market. And I want to just explain today one of the most common failures of clutches and what we see in the industry. About half the clutches that I've seen these replacing is because of lack of lubrication or greasing of specifically the throwout bearing itself. If you were to come closer, there is grease fittings all over. There's some on the top, sides, and this is the bottom one. It's a little different on this truck, but this is what stops your transmission. It moves, and this clutch is constantly turning, so it's constantly turning too. But as you can see on this one, it's been well greased. It's still greasy. There's no premature failure of the throwout bearing itself. But a lot of times we get in and we see the clutches come in, and he's like, oh, my clutch is making a noise, it's rattling, it's roaring, and when you press the clutch down to the floor, that noise ceases, it goes away. And what's happening is you're taking pressure off, and now it's not rattling because it's not moving. But when you let it go, the input shaft turns the clutch is moving, and it starts rattling again. And that's, like I said, just please, if you can, just keep a periodic check on your throwout bearing, grease it accordingly. I recommend greasing every time you grease your truck with the 20,000 mile intervals. 15,000 miles, some people grease them at 15. But it don't take a lot of grease. It takes very little, just a couple of pumps. You don't want to over grease this, then behind here is going to have it's going to be totally greasy. Inside of your clutch housing is going to be full of grease. Just a little grease will do it. But just a little tip and trick, just to let y'all know that, one of the things you can do to prolong your clutch life is grease this throwout bearing itself.